My name is John Hentges. I'm from St. Peter, Minnesota. I'm a victim of family court abuse, criminal justice system abuse, attorney and judicial misconduct, and now just recently law enforcement abuse. My family, I'm known by my friends online on Facebook and online as John for Fatherless 5. My family was purposely destroyed in 2006 in a fixed divorce in Colorado. And everything that I had, including my 5 children and my paid-off home and my business headquarters on 27 acres, was stolen from me. My kids have not seen me for over 5 years and have not been able to communicate with me by phone or email for nearly 4 years. In addition to converting my life's work to my wife, the divorce judge, knowing that my financial obligations to raise my children to adulthood were already paid in full, enslaved me with a child support order that was more than I was earning at the time. Following the divorce, the officers of the court stole my remaining resources, diminished my retirement savings to zero, allowed my wife to keep the little I was awarded, including my work things, falsely arrested me 3 more times, and literally drove me out of Colorado to protect myself. Thinking I would be safe near family and friends, I moved back to Minnesota near my hometown of St. Peter, but soon found that Minnesota is just as corrupt as Colorado. I now know that the case fixing is taking place all across the United States in family law and in the criminal justice system. The Minnesota case fixers, all knowing that my child support is paid in full, charged me with non-support of my children, framed me as a deadbeat dad, maliciously prosecuted me, denied me counsel, witnesses, evidence, and due process, defrauded a jury, and had me convicted and jailed. And now the case fixers in both states have joined forces together and with my wife to hold my kids, my life, and resolution to the issues they caused hostage because they know that I have enough evidence to put them all in jail. In dealing with the never-ending pursuit in both states to force me to pay my child support obligations again so the states and the counties can benefit from federal funding in the Child Support Enforcement Program, I have filed over 250 court documents, have written over 400 letters, and have made over 575 phone calls, but have never received even a sliver of justice. 19 judges have now been involved in my cases, but the child support matters are still unresolved. This, of course, is by design. Corrupt officers of the court have all the jurisdiction in the world to prosecute, but no jurisdiction at all for complaints or for fathers that haven't seen their children in years. Recently, while I was in jail on one of these false charges, my wife and the prosecuting attorney conspired with the judge and placed a no-contact order on me, preventing me from not only contacting my ex-wife, but also my children. And it says that I cannot contact her or her children. And that includes my 2 adult children. And I've been continuously threatened here over the last few weeks that if I have any contact with any of them, regardless of age, that they're going to issue another warrant for my arrest and arrest me again. I have now been falsely arrested and imprisoned 8 times. Recently, I had stated and cited in a letter to the police chief that I was lawfully resisting arrest on another known false arrest warrant, and one of the officers shot me in the back with his taser while I was fleeing from him. When he realized that I could lawfully resist arrest here in Minnesota, He and the other officer both filed assault charges against me and are now trying to frame me as someone who attacked them while they were trying to carry out a lawful arrest. I am now complaining to Minnesota's highest authorities, and I am again hoping and praying that the case fixing and the crime spree against my family will end. Simply put, I've done a lot of research over the last 7 years into this case fixing. And simply put, in family law, what many family law professionals are doing is churning and fixing cases for extra profits and federal funding. Once the corrupt officers of the court have the family's financial information, they pit moms against dads in unnecessary custody battles until they're broke. They dole out restraining orders like candy. They fill up the jails with distraught parents, deviate from the presumptions of equality to jack up the child support orders, and many other illegal actions, all designed to pad their numbers for state and federal funding, from which many of the racketeers have found ways to line their own pockets. And once the family is broken and separated, many of the unfairly classed non-custodial parents, normally the breadwinner and normally the father, are forced to fight nonstop to see their children and to maintain contact with them, are blocked from modifying their child support and denied access to the courts, and are treated like criminals and obstructed by law enforcement in their pursuit of protection and justice for their families.